You're right. Pronounced as a word.
Yes.
Rhymes with mesh.
Wesh.
It's kind of cute. Station Wesh.
Yeah.
What station did you used to work for?
WLLH, Lowell and Lawrence, Massachusetts, the synchronized voice of the Merrimack Valley.
What?
That was it. The synchronized voice of the Merrimack Valley.
That was the ID you had to do every time?
Yes.
That was W what?
WLLH.
So you can't say this is Lowell.
Well, what?
They can say mesh.
How about you, Omaha?
That was WOW Television, Omaha. You always do that because you sounded better like this. You ever see radio announcers do that? It's like talking in the shower.
Yeah.
Don't you all sound good in the shower when you sing?
Yeah.
It's his business. WOW Omaha.
Yeah. You can always tell a radio announcer on an elevator. He's over there going, good morning. Good to see you.
All right, as you probably know, incidentally, we have tonight Candace Bergen, Kathy Geiswhite. Have you ever followed her comic strip? Wonderful, Kathy.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Occasionally.
Well, you went blank there.
Well, I'm not a big
You
comic
don't have to
strip man.
lie. I mean,
I don't
see
read the comic strip. I really don't.
You don't follow the comics?
No.
You're kidding.
You read them?
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss the comics. Sure.
I'll start
follow
tonight.
Dagwood. I love Doonesbury. The Wizard of Id.
Yeah.
Wonderful stuff in there. And you know, what do you read in the morning in the paper? Don't you read
Certainly.
comics?
I haven't gotten that far.
Well, sure.
I drift off at financial.
Lately. Anyway, you probably know Douglas Ginsburg, and I'm not making jokes about... well, of course I'm making jokes about Douglas Ginsburg. The press is already calling him son of Bork. That's true. He's conservative, and there's going to be some kind of a fight to get him nominated. They're gearing up for it. And whenever there's a vacancy on the Supreme Court, the White House makes up what they call a short list. Are you familiar with this? You know, the president gets all this input, and he makes the decision. Here are some of the people who were on the short list. Oh, this is for real. Anthony Kennedy, the Court of Appeals judge from California. But a lot of experts thought he would be the odds-on favorite. And he wasn't even considered, I guess. Cynthia Hall, who was also in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals with Kennedy. A gentleman named J. Clifford Wallace from San Diego. I'm not familiar with some of these names. Ralph K. Winter from New Haven, Connecticut. William N. Williams, Jr., appeals judge from South Carolina. So all of these lists apparently go into the president. Of course, he makes the final decision. That's called the short list. They also have what they call a long list.
Oh, not really lucky they do.
Very lucky, because otherwise we would have no material for this spot. We thought it might be interesting to show you some of the people who were not on the short list, but were a little further down the line from these others. Now, of course, this is, you notice, this is Judge, of course, Robert Bork, who did not make it.
No.
Reagan has kind of a facial hair hang-up lately, doesn't he? Because now this is Douglas Ginsburg also. 41 and already has a beard. I guess that makes you look judicial or something. Here are some of the other people with a few comments. You might want to watch the monitor on this, because if you don't, it's into the tubes for us. This was one of the people considered. This is. Let me tell you about this man. This is Judge Joseph Carcione. And he's most famous for upholding the Carmen Miranda decision, which requires a person to read a banana its rights before peeling it. Called the Carmen Miranda. Look, when you pay to get in, you can boo. Look, you're out in the rain. It's relatively comfortable in here. It's, you know, what the hell. Now, these two identical twins were the judges. They were the judges in the famous Smith Brothers divorce case, in which their ex-wives accused them of coughing up on the Doublemint twins. Well, that's all right. You see, that wasn't a boo. That was an ooh. Now, this was a very controversial nominee. This is Judge Wesley Hollywood, who is conservative in his lifestyle and opinions, but his beard goes both ways, as you can see. Everything as we go, right on the spot, instant editing here. That's it. No, you don't think so? Okay, well, this is Judge Warren Homburg. And he committed an ethics violation when he took money from the powerful hat lobby and ordered the National Park Service to place a concrete snap-brim fedora on President Jefferson's head at Mount Rushmore, and I knew it's too long and wouldn't last. You see, I knew. If you knew you'd be here, I'd be out there. That's simple, right? See, again, What? Throw it out? Thank you, sir. We should just pass these around, maybe. Let the audience, let them read them and wait till they're done and then go on with the show. You can pick out the ones you like. All right. Judge Ahab Fortas was rejected by the Senate when he refused to give up his night job at SeaWorld, where he worked as a porpoise crossing guard. That's why he wasn't in the service. All right. This judge once owned a chicken franchise and advocates what he calls Kentucky Fried Capital Punishment, in which the condemned man is coated with 11 secret herbs and spices. What do you think? I'm going to try this one. Now, Harry Belafonte, now listen to me. Harry Belafonte suggested this female choice to President Reagan. This is Judge Sandra Deo. Deo, okay. Deo, remember? She was forced to withdraw her nomination when she developed this painful callus on her gavel hand. Large callus there. All right, Judge Oliver Wendell Mohn is best known for his landmark decision allowing a man, when arrested, to make one obscene phone call. Maybe every other one is the answer. Good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. Judge Philip Fajita. That's right. Judge Philip Fajita issued the landmark "Come on, baby, light my fire" decision, in which he ruled that no matter how much it amuses the busboys, it is illegal to substitute the salt around Jose Feliciano's margarita glass with gunpowder. It's long, and I thought maybe worth it. Too many words. Okay. And the last one. Oh, they've been trained on Karnak. Okay, this was Judge Robert Pork. We had to get around to that sooner or later. He ruled that fat people had the right to carry concealed weapons in their shoes because there was no way in hell they could ever reach them. So that's some of the people. And we'll be back with Candace Bergen. Kathy Guys, Frank, and Francis LaFleur.